Hello, everyone. This is Kimmy, co-founder of Cambio ML. Cambio ML building Energent.ai. Energent.ai is your AI teammates that not only help you think, but do. Since the demo from last week, everybody was actually asking me, what is the difference between you and I co-founded Energent.ai with my co-founder, Rachel. I was a researcher at Google DeepMind, working on the Gemini project. As we know, the technology that back up the Gemini as a foundational piece is a transformer paper. And then transformer paper was initially from Google, Brain and Google Research at 2017. I used to know all this transformer author pretty well while I was at Google. But since many of them already left Google, and then I'm not working at Google anymore these days, I only send them a hi message on LinkedIn and ask them how they're doing with their recent jobs. But before I do that, I probably have to go to LinkedIn to check whether I am their first connection or not before I can do the job. So the task I want to give Energent.ai is go look at the transformer paper, download it, parse it, get the first 3 authors from it just for demo purposes, because I don't want run a very long agentic workflow for this live streaming to wait for the results. And eventually build a table for me and see whether all these people are at my first or second or third connection. And so it's easier for me to see whether I can connect with them or send them a message. I wrote this prompt ahead of time, and let me just quickly go through it. We tell it what task it is. This is actually a very comprehensive author research and LinkedIn analysis task. Regarding the plan part, I tell Energent.ai there are a couple of steps I want you to do. I want you to actually extract authors' information from the paper, so I know who they are. I want you to actually Google their LinkedIn, but more than just Google it, make sure you go ahead and click into it. And then by clicking into it, you can actually check the status connection, like exactly what humans do. And eventually, I want you actually to compile that into a table. I give it some quality control requirement regarding what I wanted to do once actually executing the plan. Especially, I told it, for the demo purposes, let's only get the first 3 authors information. And last but not least, I tell exactly what output format I want the model to be. Let me go copy it. And let me go to Energent.ai. In order to actually do this work, the first thing you're probably thinking about is, how can I log in? Let me just go one step back. This is actually our Energent.ai's website. The biggest difference from Energent.ai to all the other AI tool is this is not just AI tool that you use it for work. You actually work with it. And the reason why you can work with this intelligent AI teammate is because we equipped a co-working space between you and the AI agent. And the co-working tool is ultimate tool, which is a computer. Let's give it a second for our computer to boot up. And then while it is booting up, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this prompt. I want to show you actually the transform paper I pre-downloaded. I guess whenever doing the workflow, it will actually download it again. So we want to see, the first 3 authors should be Ashish Washwani, Nam Suzir, and Nikki, right? And let's see at the very end of the job whether the 3 authors can be properly extracted and see whether they're my first connection or not on LinkedIn. Okay, now the computer has been booted up for you and AI to co-work. The first thing first is I have to actually log into my LinkedIn. If I go to my LinkedIn, look like I've already pre-logged in myself. Just for demo purposes, let me actually log myself out, and I can log in myself again to actually just show you. Now I log out of my LinkedIn. Let me open browser again. Actually, before I do that, I just want to quickly show you. This is literally just a virtual machine that you can actually co-working with your AI, and the latency is very low. Okay, I'm not going to play with this kind of LibreOffice writer. Let's go do the work for this LinkedIn task. So I go to LinkedIn. As you can see, I get logged out. But because I already logged in before, I just click sign in with email. I click myself again. And boom, I should be able to actually log into LinkedIn now. And then while it's actually logging in LinkedIn, let me copy over this prompt I want the model to do. And I can just close it first. Or maybe I'll leave it open here, leave the browser open. I'll give the entire prompt to the model, and I'll kick out the job. While the model is running, I will stop sharing the screen a little bit to make sure your attention is on me, not this kind of running task. So as I was talking about, people was asking, right, what is the difference between Energent.ai or all the other Gen AI tools such as Anthropic, ChatGPT, or Cloud? And let's take a step back and think about how you are going to do this task if you are not using Energent.ai. Let's say you're using ChatGPT. What's your first impression? What's your first planning? You probably think about, okay, let me just log into my ChatGPT console and ask the model to do it. And then you probably think about, like, wait a minute, I cannot really log into my LinkedIn on ChatGPT, right? Then how I'm going to do it? And then you'll probably say, okay, forget about all the first and second connection part. I know how to do it. ChatGPT just write me a plan, and I'm going to do it myself. And it writes you the super long plan for maybe, like, I would say 5 steps, right? You have to get the paper, you have to read it, you have to find a name, you have to go to LinkedIn, you have to click this button, right? I think LinkedIn is probably a little bit simple example because everybody know how to use it. But maybe it's a new tool, you never know how to use it. It will be super tricky. And then maybe for the tool that you're not very familiar with, you run into the step number 5. And then ChatGPT give you this very complex instruction. You play with the app for like 20 minutes. You still don't know exactly what the hell is going on. You would say, like, okay, screw it. Just don't really tell me what to do. You can just do it for me. But the problem is because it only give you the chat interface. Sometimes you have to really back the model to get things to work, right? Especially, let's say if you output something into a specific format, it's just a little bit off. You have to literally just back in the model in the console to get things working for you. So the fundamental problem is there is actually a lack of advanced console that on top of chat, beyond just chatbot. And at Energent.ai, we believe that ultimate console is the laptop, the virtual computer that your AI is working on while you can co-working with it. If you want to chat, go chat, right? And then if you feel like, oh, I don't want to chat, I know exactly the things I want to actually modify or revise myself, then just go there and do it yourself. You don't have to rely on the chat interface, which is the only way to interacting with AI. And that's the reason why Energent.ai shines. And then we call this new way of work vibe working, because you sometimes need to figure out what are the 10 steps to get the things done. It's just getting done. And then the only thing you have to do is just check whether the final result is right or not. If it's not, it's up to you whether you want to actually revise it by prompting the AI teammate to do it again, or you go there and revise yourself. Or you go there and revise the results yourself through human feedback. And we believe that human feedback is actually a key component for so many AI products to be successful. Well, I've been talking for a while regarding the details about why Energent.ai can do more tasks than all the current AI product. And let me share my screen again to show you how the AI agent is doing its work now. Let's go back here and see what Energent.ai is doing. Oh, okay. Look like it's already going to look at the third author, Nikki. Extract the page content, look like. And let's see what the next step is doing. Oh, okay. Navigating to the LinkedIn profile and extract more content. Okay, take a screenshot because I think it's probably need to actually figure out whether Nikki is my first connection or not. And let's see whether the agent will properly follow the instruction to stop here, because for time-wise, I only ask it to get a first person. Oh, bingo, that's great. Let's see the final results. Okay, the agent, maybe let's walk through the entire trajectory first before we see the final results. I told the agent exactly the step I wanted to do. I told it a specific requirement. I told it the output format. The first thing it does is it's actually transferred to the so the general agent says, okay, I want the computer use agent to first download the archive paper PDF to our generated file folder. Okay, great. And then I believe this is actually the transformer paper link. It looks correct. And then the transformer paper is actually downloaded into the virtual computer that human and AI is actually co-working on. And let's click it to see whether it's open properly. Okay, exactly the same one I just opened in my own browser. And what it's going to do next? It downloaded using a curl command. And now this paper is actually available in the folder. It's actually interesting. The AI model, the AI agent double checked it again to make sure it's actually there. And it said this task is completed. And let's do the next. Okay, I'm going to just collapse this so it's easier to read. And now the next agent says, okay, I want to actually extract the author's name and affiliation from the first page of the research paper. And this is what it does. We use our own in-house AnyParser. So AnyParser is the non-vision language model that Campbell ML trained. We use it to actually parsing this paper. And after the parsing is done, it says based on the parsing content, is actually extract the first three authors and their affiliation exactly as written on the first page. And then as you can see, now I have Ashish, I have Norm, I have Nikki. And then after the parsing part is done, let me just collapse the second agent that we run. By the way, we're actually a multi-agent system. Just a quick recap. Computer agent first actually download the file, data analysis agent actually parsing the document. Now it transfer further to the browser agent. And then what the browser agent does is it says, okay, I have to search and verify the LinkedIn profile for every one of them. And the first person it start is actually Ashish. Actually, I forgot to do one thing. Maybe I'll show you guys a video later after I went through the trajectory, because this is still a live computer. So it actually searches Ashish's website, extracts the page content, and it actually click into the file. And after click into the file, the link, it actually take a picture. This is actually the picture. And then with that, it's actually properly extracted the current employee's information to verify. For example, it says Ashish was a co-founder. And then with all that information, compile the final results here. Says, okay, here's his LinkedIn. Here's whether Ashish is my first connection or not. And here's his current position, the CEO at Essential AI. And then after it finished the first person, let me just narrow this. It actually called another browser agent to search for the second person, Norm Shazier. And it's pretty much doing the exactly same thing, search it on Google, click into that URL, take a screenshot, and eventually extract the information I need from the second person. I'm going to narrow this one. And then last but not least is actually doing the exactly same thing again for Nikki. Let's just scroll all the way to the bottom this time. Then this is actually Nikki's information. I'm going to collapse this. And then Energent.ai eventually, because I asked it to actually summarize it into a table for me. So here's actually the table output. In this table output, it tells me who's the author, what their paper affiliation, because back in the days, so I working at Google, Brain, and research. I have their LinkedIn URL. I know whether they're my first or second or third connection. Look like Norm is actually my second connection. Very interesting. Then let me just add him on LinkedIn then. I go back to the computer that AI and myself are co-working with, and I see Norm here actually. I'll click Norm to double check. Okay, interesting. Look like Norm is indeed my second connection. I hit connect, and I'll send him invitation without actually note. Oh, by the way, okay, never mind. I run out of my LinkedIn limit. I'll remember myself to actually do it again tomorrow then. So this is actually, okay, on top of this, let me show you one more thing on the video, right? So basically you get the task done and you want to actually show this as amazing feature to actually your teammates, or your other people in your company regarding how powerful your AI teammate is actually for automating this task for you. If you go to the history, let's look at exactly this new task that we just accomplished. Let's jumpstart. If you can actually play 15x speed regarding all the steps that AI agent is doing, I'll jump to the page where actually started to do the LinkedIn search. So it's more interactive for you to see the behaviors on the left. Okay, sweet. Let's start here. So basically, in this step, just a quick recall. We already extract the paper. We know what are the 3 persons information we need to search, and then let's take a look at the left part regarding how your AI teammate is actually working then. Okay, I first search, and now I click into LinkedIn. I take a screenshot. I know that I think Ashish is my first connection. And now I search the second person, click into their LinkedIn, and take a screenshot. I also even further scroll down a little bit. I think AI is curious about other things from Norm, what Norm is doing these days. And then click into search Nikki, click into her LinkedIn, take a screenshot to see she is my first connection, and then finish the task by compiling all the result into a table. Is there anything else I want to show you about Energent.ai? Oh, by the way, yes, one more thing. If you're really happy about this amazing task you did, and then you want to share it with other people, you can copy the link. Or more, you can actually click this publish button. And then whenever you finish publishing it, it will show you amazing tasks in this that the entire community can get benefited regarding how you're using Energent.ai to automate your daily mending works. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the era of vibe working, and I'll see you next week.